So great week for Eli Drinkwitz in Missouri. Did you guys see, both Pagula, I mentioned him briefly about how great he was. Did you guys see the guy who had a chance to kick for $25,000, which is, pocket change compared to what McAfee gives away with our field goal challenge? He knows he can't make it. So he pulls up his shirt. Apparently he's written FKU on his chest. And then he kicks the ball toward Kansas as if he's kicking the ball at them because he knows he can't make the field goal.
There's a lot to this story now. First off, it was Lehigh fans. Lehigh, let me apologize.
Just hijacks it back.
I'm sorry. I don't need the Lehigh. I don't need Lehigh Twitter on me. Okay, Lehigh fans carried it over. I apologize.
They're like blood rivals
Johnson,
too.
A great high school friend of mine, played at Lehigh. I knew this, right? Anyway, I'm name dropping everybody. Lehigh did it. They carried it over the mountain, threw it in the river. Okay, first off, this guy, this story, you're glad you touched on this, Rece, because this one was the most exciting thing. His name's Carter Arey, A-R-E-Y, sorry. He has a prosthetic leg.
Mm-hmm.
He was born with a disease. He had to have his leg amputated. Somehow he got selected to kick the field goal. Okay, I don't know. It was on Instagram. He's a great athlete. He played wheelchair basketball for Team USA. He's a great golfer. He's a great athlete, but he's like, I'm not going to be able to kick a 45-yard field goal, which would be extremely hard. So he says, forget, I'm not trying the 25,000. He tells his wife the night before his plan. Great for her. She supports it. He comes out with the FKU. Rece can tell you what the F stands for. I'll tell you the KU is Kansas University. He tries to boot the ball. Forget Kansas. Yes, forget. Not forgive.
F's for naysayer, Rece, right?
Yeah. And it is Pete. Oh, and it is Pete. It is Pete.
Sorry.
I'm just telling you. That's what it's for.
That's what it stands for. Yeah. We're just reporting the news here. He boots it at the Kansas sideline. And then does 15 million media interviews after, declares himself a true son of Missouri. Says the reason he was able to pull it off, he was not nervous in front of the big crowd because he had played so many high competitive wheelchair basketball games, and is now he's getting 25,000 of meals paid for in Missouri the rest of his life. This was genius. This is the star of the week. He could not. He said his grandfather taught him to never spend a nickel in the state of Kansas. He hates Kansas. I find the people of Kansas to be quite nice, but I don't know. Apparently, they did fight a war or something, Missouri and Kansas. Anyway, FKU boot the ball at the sideline. No one was injured.
I have a feeling Drink's going to find a role for him on staff, or go to him on a big third down to get the crowd fired up.
Got it. Yeah.
Much like, I'm going to get to what went wrong or what we were wrong about, what might need some further evaluation, but pure unadulterated emotion seemed to be on display at your school there, Pete. You've been giving Dan a hard time. Fran Brown goes high school football, which I've actually seen this happen in high school. You think you're so big and bad that we didn't play up to our standards, so we're going to let everybody know that by running sprints in the post game as punishment. They won. What?
Yeah, barely won, but they won.
Yeah. What'd you think of
Syracuse grit.
Yes, they did have grit. Hey, can't be losing to those New England schools now. It's very interesting. Fran Brown has done a wonderful job there, right? He gets Kyle McCord. They win 10 games. He is an adrenaline shot to that place. For as many transfers as they got and got attention for, it's a very young team. Very, very young team. And they have, in the way Dan was just sort of mentioning basketball recruiting, they have gone young and gotten high school recruits, and they're going to try to grow them. And that's kind of been their strategy. So the fact that they're struggling a little bit is not surprising because they've just, they're a younger team, a lot of new places and new faces. So the Herb Brooks at the artist formerly known as the Carrier Dome, that was a sight. Because the press box, we've all been to games there, is very low. Like, you weren't hiding it. You were doing this literally in front of the media assembled. I would obviously be curious if it worked. It feels to me a little bit of a risky move in the NIL era, but you got to know your team. And if he thinks this is going to galvanize, maybe it does.
Well, that's the thing. You have to know them because you will lose them because every team that has ever existed, every single one of them, no matter the magnitude of the coach or what the coach has accomplished, whether he's a new coach or whether he's the winningest coach in the history of their respective sport, every team makes fun of their coach. Every single one has a guy who can do a dead-on impression of the coach. They pick up on every little nuance and mannerism, and they mock him endlessly. That's just the way it is. Fran gave them some material. So the question is now, did it work? What message did it send? How did it help them win? Was it about them? Was it about the coaches? There are a lot of questions there. Maybe it's no big deal. Maybe that's what he said. You guys don't do this, you do X, Y, or Z. See what I do. And then he backed up his word. Then that's fine. Everybody makes their decisions, and every decision comes with risk because, as we've learned, there's no such thing, Pete, as a risk-free investment. All decisions and choices and investments have risk. I thought this was common knowledge to people. I assumed that people had gone out of their domains. I assumed that people had walked about in life and that they realized that there's inherent risk with every choice you make. But apparently, some people don't know that, so you have to tell them.
Do we want an update on what happened to the Mississippi State goalposts?
Where did they go? I've been trying to find this out.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is from someone deep Bulldog sources. We had our facility staff take them down right after the game. Then they led the goalpost across the field with the students. Once the students put them all down and the fans cleared the stadium, our facility teams picked the goalposts back up and put them on. The posts were all up by the time I left the stadium.
They couldn't get them out of the stadium. They couldn't get them out.
In Stark Vegas, it's all part of the show. So they never got them out.
They did not get him out because there would have been.
They didn't get him out.
I hit up some Mississippi State fans, some sources I had, trying to find out where they went, and nobody knew. They didn't get him out of the stadium. So Mississippi State is their goalpost defense elite.
Goalposts are expensive. They're like $10,000, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not inexpensive.